What? Hi guys, hi guys, hi guys, hi guys, hi guys, hi guys. If you can hear me, drop some love. Drop some love. Hey, this is my tripod. What's wrong? Stay one place, please. Hi guys, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so you guys can hear me. Thank you for dropping love so you can hear me. Welcome to my Instagram today. How are you guys all doing? You No, I did not. Okay. Hi guys, how are you doing? My name is Wurala, and as usual, I am your host on this channel. So this is usually what I say on my YouTube, but we're going to maintain it here on Instagram. So we have a visitor here today. This your hair color na samba dance, so I don't know if that's a compliment, but I'm not sure I appreciate it. But anyways, welcome to the other normal people that don't comment about people's hair unprovoked. Welcome guys to this live today. We have a guest, and as usual, how we do it on this page, we'll first introduce our guest and then invite him or her to join the live and then speak to us generally about the Brazilian journey, how they survived Brazil. As an African, I always like to invite Africans to, not that they are the major um visitors here on our channel. So I like to invite Africans too, so that you guys that are majorly, or that I think my audience are majorly Africans, so you guys can see that there are other Africans that have relocated here and they're doing very well for themselves. You don't have to do crimes or join gang, all those things before you do well in Brazil. It's all in the film and stereotype. So, anyways, I wanted to welcome the new subscribers, new followers. This is not YouTube. New followers and subscribers on YouTube. Welcome, guys. This is Wuraola. And I am always looking for opportunities for you guys to travel, relocate to Brazil, and then study in Brazil for free, scholarships, how to give birth in Brazil for free. Do you know it's for free to give birth in Brazil? Do you also know that your child gets passports immediately you give birth here in Brazil? You also do not pay at the hospital to give birth to your child. Hey, okay. So I think we're going to be welcome Coca Laulu, your new year. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's what my page talks about. Brazil tourism, but tourism, medical services. You need to speak to a doctor. You have surgery to undergo. I don't know if you guys saw some tweets. If you know this Tunde that plays chairs, this Tunde chess guy, yeah. So he needed a surgery, and then we gave him an option to come to Brazil to do it for free. Yeah, that is me. I am that Orelua on Twitter, but I'm not using the same name, so you guys might be confusing it for somebody else. Welcome all my new followers. Thank you for dropping your comments. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I think it's proper for us to wait a bit, probably 3 minutes more. So when it's when it's 5:23, I'll be asking the guests to join so that we can start this live today. So hello everyone. Tiga, wow, welcome Jadine 5686. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, guys. All this page talks about is Brazil, relocation to Brazil, bets in Brazil, how to do everything in Brazil. Do not forget to check my YouTube channel. All the juices are there. I'm always dropping video. You think my daddy owns YouTube? Always dropping important videos that can make you get admissions. Videos that are very, very important to your relocation, bets, tourism, all those things. Always dropping the videos there. Please note that I do not offer the services of visa. I do not tell anybody to give me money to give them visa. That is scamming. Unless you know a trusted agent, do not give anybody money to run visa for you. Yeah. So Trusted agent, emphasis on trusted agent, because Brazil is not the kind of country where they get visa anyhow. So it has to be somebody that knows inside, like their work, that's their job. I hope you understand me. So I do not give visa. Let's make emphasis on that. I do not give visa. I do not run visa for anybody. I do not collect money from anybody to run visa. Please, this page is strictly trust most trustworthy page in the world. Yeah, so what's my YouTube name? My YouTube name is Wurala's Diary. The link to my YouTube is on my bio. That's the only link on my bio. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share. That's where everything is. Everything you need to know. HND, postgraduate, scholarship. People that got this scholarship, they went to watch it on my YouTube. Although I'll make announcements on Instagram so that you can see it, but then you get the messages first on YouTube if you turn on notification and all those things. I'm sorry, I'm in a very loud place. I'm in my mother's store. Some of you don't know me, but we have a store in Brazil. So most times you will see me there doing my videos and all those things. Go and watch my YouTube video to get more insight about me. Who is Urala of Brazil? Who is Orelua in Brazil? Go and watch my videos on YouTube. You'll be able to understand better. Private school. Talk about private schools in Brazil. My God. The problem now is that this live is for our guests. We'd have to schedule another live to talk about questions and answers for other people. But this particular live is to invite our guests and then we'll have a discussion surrounding the topic of today. I forgot to put the topic. Okay, before he joins us, it's already 5:23. Also, I remember when I want to say there's 4 hours to 5 hours difference between Brazil and most African countries, since that's where majority of my audience are. Please, if I do not reply you immediately, I am sleeping. Or when I reply, you might be sleeping. Or when I start a live, it's 9 p.m. in your side. It's still very much bright here, as you can see. This is natural light, not even globe. This is daylight in Brazil. So we are at 5 hours to 4 hours, behind you guys. So please, I'm not ignoring your messages. I'm not ignoring your messages here. So I am just way 4 hours behind, 5 hours behind you. Okay. So Nigerian Queen, hello. Yes, please come to my store. Hello, Balta Umberto. How are you guys doing? Application for Brazil University is difficult. Oh well, SETA 56. If you say so, at least 10 people got scholarship for free just last month, just last week. So it depends on your orientation. Okay, so postgraduate or undergraduate admission. Any admission, postgraduate, undergraduate, anything at education in Brazil. Private schools, we'll have to talk about it later. Let me invite my guest. Ah. Um, yes. But either ways, you can still be asking your questions. I'll be here to answer them until they accept the request to join. My name remains Muraola. Admissions are not open now. Admissions usually open twice in a year, in April and in November each year. So if you want to get admission to federal schools where you don't pay, what's the word, school fees, admission fee, and all those things, you would have to wait till April or November. You missed this last one I just passed. Also, um, if you would choose to go to a private school, you would be paying. Private schools are not free, but their admissions are always open. Always open. Always open. Admission to private schools are always open. So it depends on what exactly you want. Unable to join. My God. I need to update your Instagram. Oh, okay. Hello, Toby.
Hey,
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Oh, okay. That's great.
Yeah. Welcome to the live today. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your time. I know it's not been easy as a new dad. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much.
So it's kind of strange for me, so I don't know how this works.
Don't worry, it's going to be a smooth ride. It's going to be a smooth ride.
Okay,
Yeah. So
sure.
um on this live, on my Instagram live, what we usually do is invite either you're the first Ghanaian though, so they were majorly
I'm truly honored. Okay, my first life being the first something in someone's life is amazing.
yeah, you're Ghanaian though. So what we usually do is invite other Africans or other gringa and gringos, people that are English speakers that can come and tell us their experiences and how they are managing through Brazil generally.
Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yes. So we're just going to be asking a few questions. You're not
sure.
you're not obligated to answer anything that you feel comfortable in. Or, you
Okay,
understand?
I feel like you're kind of sabotaging me ahead of time, but sure, let's go for it.
All right. So I'd like for you to kindly introduce yourself, just briefly.
Oh, okay. My name is Rocky Bashmore, but people know me by Kobe Rocky. Kobe means I was born on Tuesday in my local dialect. I've been in Brazil since 2014. Um, like you said, I'm a Ghanaian and proud African at that. I don't know how to introduce myself properly, so I don't know who's watching, so I have to be careful.
Exactly. Okay, that's nice. Nice to meet you, Bobby. You know my name already. My name is Varala, and I am Nigerian. I think you should know that already. I have a flag on
I
my.
do. Just that your name is the first time I'm hearing your name. I've been to Nigeria several times, so I do have Nigerian brothers and sisters that I still maintain contact with. But Rulaola is something different I've never heard before. So it's nice. I kind of love your name.
Thank you. Do you know that the literal meaning of my name is gold?
Oh, okay. It kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense with the way you carry yourself and how you express that. It kind of makes sense.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So,
Sure.
and then the audience would like to know why did you choose Brazil?
Initially, I came to visit my dad, who already lives and works in Brazil. He works at a company here. And in 2014, he had an accident. He was run over. So it nearly left him paralyzed from the waist below. So I had to come. At that time, I was in Benin. I don't know if you've been there before. Uh, yeah, I think they share border with Nigeria. So I was in Benin and I got a call and I came to be with him for the meantime since there was no one closer to, help him and assist him and everything. So when I came, it was during the World Cup in Brazil. And when I saw his day, it wasn't that nice. He couldn't even walk properly, and he had already gotten the job. So I think the incident happened, I think, 2 or 3 days after he was employed at his new work, where he currently works now. So,
You mean
so I came and, sorry?
in Brazil?
Yeah, in Brazil. He lives here with me. Yeah.
You mean it was run over in Brazil?
Yeah, he was. He was crossing the red light, the traffic light, but it's like someone was over speeding and he didn't see him crossing. It was green for him to cross, but the careless driver didn't see him crossing and he
Do you know
ran him
I
over.
have a
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, everywhere you go, there's danger. Though it's safer, but his case was except I think it was somebody who was drunk and maybe was being chased by the police or something, so he didn't want to stop or get caught. But in the event of doing so, he ended up, knocking down my dad. So I came into it 2014, and I've been with him since. He's slowly recovering, doing physiotherapy. But ever since I came, the intention was to stay and spend a little time with him, and afterwards maybe I would go wherever I want to go. But I kind of started liking Brazil a little bit. Compared to the Europeans and other people, Brazilians, it's like we have a connection with them since most of their descendants are from Africa. So it's like it's rare for me to go to a country whereby, apart from Nigeria, whereby people notice your accent or you being different and they still want to get to know you, even though they don't speak your language. And that for me was incredible. And I started exploring more. And whilst I was taking care of my dad, I also had to get a job. So I said, okay, let's just stay here and see how it goes. If I don't like it, after that gets back on his feet, I might go back to whatever I was doing before. But I started liking it, and also I was at a point in life whereby I also needed to set some foundation for myself as a human being in order for me to grow. So I decided to stay and see what this leads to, and so far it has been amazing. That's why I chose Brazil for the opportunities and me liking their culture.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes,
Thank
exactly.
you so much.
Yeah.
So what do you do in Brazil currently?
Um, Currently, I work as a parts sales agent. So I work for this company that is not Brazilian. I think it's a French company, and they sell parts worldwide. So these are parts made for equipment that are used to support airplanes. So whenever you board an airplane, you see there is an air conditioner, there is a generator that generates power to the aircraft system. So those machines are called ground support machines. So instead of the airplane using its own kerosene to maintain itself, which is expensive, they buy those units. And my company produce those units. So I am the spare parts salesperson. So I go to sell parts and tell them, hey, if you need, let's say, filter or whatever, I can help you buy them. And if it's not in Brazil, I can help you find a buyer outside Brazil, and I can coordinate and bring it into the country. So currently, I'm a salesperson.
Wow, this is amazing. This is not part of the question, but
Yeah.
how did you get this job? Because they usually put job.
Um, okay. What helped me a lot was when I came, I my first job was packing luggages into aircraft. So my first job that I did here, because originally I am an IT and systems administration personnel. That's what I studied, was that's what I majored in. But when I came, as you travel to other people's country, you're not going to get the same job as you got back in your own country unless you're on a work visa. But my first job was loading baggage. So I'll be in the underbelly of an aircraft, and when you board your flights, I will be packing your baggage inside. And there is a lot of stuff I've loaded into airplanes that I'm not proud of saying, but hey, it's the job. So after a year, I lost my job due to, you know, the country protecting its own borders and making airports safe. So they had to review some employees and stuff. So mostly foreigners who didn't have a residence permit legally. I was legal to stay, but there was a document left that I had to stay for 2 years or more in order to obtain. So I hadn't had that 2 years, so I couldn't stay working there. So I lost my job. I started becoming an English teacher, which is common for foreigners. So I became an English teacher. And afterwards, I was searching for jobs and I applied online. So since I speak English, French, and a little bit of Spanish, it helped me get this job. So I applied it through a friend who was already working at the airport. So he said, hey, you fit this profile, so maybe you should try and send your CV and see how it goes. So I sent it. And I had forgotten about it, but I think a year, no, I think 6 months later, after I had lost my job, I got a call saying, "Hey, are you interested for the job still, whatever?" And that's how it took off. That's how I got the job. Yeah, it was by reference.
Wow. 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 Congratulations to you. Wow.
Thank you very much.
Are you currently studying in Brazil? Or did you ever study in Brazil?
When I first arrived, I was studying. I had to learn my Portuguese because in my line of work, I do send a lot of corporate emails and I do attend meetings and stuff. So I had to polish my Portuguese. there's still more to learn, but I study Portuguese and I'm currently studying marketing because of, like I said, I am an IT person. I don't have any knowledge in business administration, whatever. So most of the knowledge I have now, I learned as I go. You know, I research, but now I'm trying to dive more into this sector and have more knowledge. So now I'm doing marketing and business administration.
Ah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah,
How are you
yeah,
able to
yeah.
find working and school? Is it easy?
I would say it's not easy. It's not an easy task, but since most of my classes are online and remote, and I also sometimes work from home, it this helps me balance
Okay.
things, so I don't always go to the office. At the moment, after the pandemic, our company decided to, okay, since everybody's always able to perform at their maximum from home, we can go to the office twice a week, and the remaining days you can work from the house. And if there is anything, you can come into the office or we can do video call. So I'm able to balance work and school this way.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
would like to know, or the audience would like to know. Oh, you said
Okay.
would like to know. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear. I don't know if they can hear you too.
So they would like to know. The audience would like to know
Hmm.
if Mr. is single or married.
I'm married. I'm married. I'm not single. I've been off the market for 7 years now. So yeah, I've been married to a Brazilian as well. She's from Recife, the northern part of Brazil. She's half black, half white. Um, yeah, and we just had a daughter. My daughter is 2 weeks old now.
Congratulations, congratulations to you and your
Yeah.
family. Congratulations to you guys. So, what are some of the stereotypes in Brazil? That that this is a lie. It's not possible because there's one I heard of recent, and they said you cannot bring out your phone in Brazil. You have to be hiding it till you get to maybe one shop or the mall before you bring it out. I'm like, what are stereotypes you hear? Like very silly stereotypes that you hear that that yes, this is a black lie.
Okay. Give me a moment.
All right.
Sorry, there was someone on the phone. Um, my first stereotypes, before you come to Brazil, you hear a lot of stuff. The most common ones I heard was the women, excuse me for my language, that are all prostitutes and sex workers, and the men are all drug dealers and whatever. And you come here and you see that it's far different from what they say. um, what the media tells us back on the other side of the world is different from what we see that you guys living here. Of course, there are bad seeds everywhere you go, and wherever you go, you will see people who are into bad stuff. But like compared to what I heard, it's not the same. There are a lot of people I've met who are very, very honest, respectable. I see people who are hustling and going by their day. I see women I've met, like in my line of work, you meet women who are super intelligent that make you feel belittled. Like you're like, okay, this is not what I'm used to seeing. And another stereotype I heard was the carnival. Oh my God, like the carnival, I heard that you can get intimate with anyone on the
Hey,
street and is allowed. Like wherever there's carnival, you can go behind the scenes and do what they have to do. And I got here and I see that carnival is different. It's not what I heard. And you can't just approach anybody because you will get locked up for sexual assault. So anybody who's listening to me over here, women abuse and sexual assault is a serious thing. So if you think you come to Brazil and you've seen that, oh, you can just touch anybody anywhere, it's not true. I've not seen I've not seen that anywhere. So these are what are some stereotypes. Like the main ones I had in my mind that has changed totally. There are other stuff too, but those are minor things. Yeah. What
That's
about you? What are your stereotypes?
like the one that I said now that you cannot bring out your phone in the public because you have to hide it in your time home. You cannot bring out your phones, and then what else? What else? Unfortunately, I can't remember any other one except this one.
Okay.
But then I'll remember subsequently and I'll say them. So
Okay.
your wife. It was not in the question tag, but how did you meet a
Okay.
African woman for God's sake?
I think someone is asking a budget for relocation to Brazil. Okay, let me ask you a question and maybe I'll do that. Um, my funny thing is, I met my wife in an unconventional way. People, um, I met her through Tinder. That's a fact. That's a fact. So it was through Tinder that I met my wife, and at the time I was fresh, like the Nigerians would say, Johnny just come. And as a guy, whatever, Tinder, and I was meeting new people. The good thing is since I'm a foreigner, you get to meet other foreigners here as well. So we met through Tinder. I was, meeting other people, taking to other cities and whatever. It has taken me to your place before you reach Janeiro. I'm telling you, Tinder has taken me very far places than where I would go if I didn't know, But we met, and she was closer to me in my city where I used to live back then. And we started talking, and the thing that caught my eye was her intelligence. I'm the type of person that an intelligent woman catches my mind and my attention. So we started talking, and we didn't talk for anything nasty or naughty, just normal, regular conversations. And the way she spoke and her ideas and her thoughts. I've met such ladies too back in Africa, like I've met some in Nigeria and Ghana and I think Cote d'Ivoire, and those type of women really catch my attention. So we started talking, and it's like, and it started going on. It became something regular. So it's like there wasn't a day we couldn't go by without talking to each other, and from there things got more serious and we started dating. And when she met me, I was unemployed in Brazil. So imagine a foreigner who didn't have shishi and I didn't have anything on me, and we started dating. I think a year into our dating, I got more where I work now, and we've been together since, and we've been through a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
But low key, I feel like this thing is very easy for you that like you people that are guys. I think it's very easy. Like it's easier for you guys. Just meet a girl on Tinder and then you click along. You see this side, this gender, this my gender. I think it's in fact it's not direct like this, like this, like this, like this, like it's not straight at all. It's very what my was asking me, oh please can you introduce me to a Brazilian good guy? And I was like, wait, yeah, I've not seen the good Brazilian guy.
Oh,
How do I
really?
introduce you to a Brazilian good guy? How? Like the ladies,
um,
the first question from the men.
I
So
think I think you can meet some people. I don't know, but there are good people around. But I think these days they are very scarce. People.
it's not that they're fast. It's not that they are not good men. They are good, but
Uh-huh.
they are not single. Everybody, in fact, all the men in Brazil are taking. You can never see a good Brazilian man. If it's going like this, you might think it's the only one. You will not know when one pregnant
Okay.
come out from the back and honey, hi, run up. Oh my God, you two, you're married. So
Yeah.
nobody's seeing nobody, nobody, nobody. It's funny. It's crazy too.
Let me answer. I think Inechi Chiamanda. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right. She said, how much will it cost to relocate?
I'm going to answer them afterwards. Afterwards.
Okay, sure. All right.
Afterwards.
You're the host, so no problem. So yeah, I think people people are always into relationship or whatever, but I think there's some single men out there. I don't know where they are. I can't send them your way, but soon you'll meet some.
Do,
Who knows?
please do.
Sure.
Thank you. So, do you have any advice for people that are planning to relocate to Brazil?
Um, I would say first you should if it's possible for you to learn the language, it would be ideal because since they don't speak Spanish and it is when I came here they didn't even speak English. It's not
Much.
like they don't have contact with English people, but it wasn't common as it is now. Brazil has evolved. When I arrived at the firstly here people didn't even say hi, but now people speak English roughly. So I would say if it's possible to learn Portuguese, you should learn the basics. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to uh, know all the conjugations and the verbs, but at least something you can pass along how to communicate so that the other person listening to you will find it easy to understand. So I think that would be the first thing. And also research on your purpose. If you're coming for the hustle, it's not a bad idea. I wouldn't ever knock somebody's hustle down. If you want to come for the hustle, just know that whatever you're traveling to another place where you are out of your comfort zone, know that it's always going to be difficult for you to start, to get a head start. And if you're not mentally prepared, it's going to frustrate you, because sometimes there's people who come, like when I came, I was unemployed before I got my first job. I was unemployed for like 8 months. So I was trying everything. So it was after the 8th month I started seeing some improvement. So like I said, if you want to come, sure, it's a good place. If you want to come for studying too, that's amazing. The good thing is you can get a school scholarship and also get a part-time job if that's what you're coming for. So yeah, and if you speak the language, you can get a job like a clerk or an assistant, something to get you going until you get on your feet and know your left and right.
Thank you so much, Kobe. In fact, you're one of the guests that has really been very expressive on this Instagram live.
Thank you very much.
Narrow, narrow, all of them want to buy for nonsense. So, thank you so much, Kobe. You've been very expressive and very real. I am
Sure.
thank you so much. Um, I'm
Anytime.
taking questions now, or we will be taking questions now. Although
Sure. Sure.
if I have more questions, I'm going to keep asking them, but we'll take
All right.
we'll take questions
Go ahead.
from the audience now. So
Okay.
you
Okay.
have questions. Please help us first give Mr. Kobe love. Put love in the place. Love. That corner of your phone there. Let's give him love and thank him for even joining this live. Many Nigerians. The funny thing, Mr. Kobe.
Go ahead.
Many. I don't want to country. Okay, let me not mention country. So many black people that you invite to something like this to come and encourage people that want to relocate to Brazil. Some of them ask me that how much is it like for them to how much am I
Oh,
going to
really?
oh yeah how much am I going to be paying them? And some of them like, oh, they were accept, and then the next the day of the life they disappear, or they're not online that day or something. So
Okay.
it's really a big deal that you joined us today. Thank you so much.
No, no, no problem. But if you're going to pay me, I do have an account, and you can send me something my way so that I can buy some stuff. I'm joking. But it's nice helping. I know the kind of um difficulties we face as black people in general, and also as a foreigner in some place. I know information is important to people who are trying to, look for a better place or try to move to a place, because when I came, I didn't have no one to rely on. So if there's something I can say, even though being silly and can help someone else, why not? I don't think we should charge for that. Information should be given at free of charging. Let's help each other if you can. If you can't too, I understand. You have the right
Yes, sir.
to reserve that kind of power. But if you can help your fellow man or fellow woman or whoever, why not?
I know.
I don't think you should pay for that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kobe. You guys, please thank Mr. Kobe for us. So thank you very much. If you have
No
questions.
need. I'm one of you guys, so no need to thank me. It's a pleasure. Like I said, I have lots of friends and family from Nigeria. I've been to Nigeria several times, and it's a country I would consider my second home. I have I have been there, and all the time I've been there, I've been well treated. I've been given good food, of course. I miss African food. I do love cooking, but I haven't had time to go to the African market or go to the general market to buy stuff.
We owe you a look.
But
We
yeah,
owe you amala flour.
please, I need that amala
I
flour. I need to find a way to make a do as
I'm with
well, but I will find my way.
you. Okay. So you guys can start to drop your comments now or your questions now so that Mr. Kobe can answer them before you
Sure.
start to drop them. I think some people already dropped theirs. I'll have to scroll up. I don't know if you can also see these comments on your
Uh,
screen.
yeah, I'm seeing some stuff here. Um, Forgive me, guys. I'm not too much of an Instagram savvy person, so I'm gonna scroll down here and see. Um,
Somebody, let me see. Yeah, okay, this question started from here. Somebody saying Brazil, admission for Brazil or Mexico. We're not in Mexico, we're in Brazil. So if you need admission to Brazil, please go to my YouTube. Yeah, admission guidelines there. Just follow, watch the video, and turn on notification. That's all. Um, Postgraduate or I think I've answered all these ones. Admissions open now. I have answered. What about tourist visa? I think you should be able to talk about tourist visa since you use tourist visa here too, Mr. Kobe.
mhm. On the tourist visa, I know a while back it was easier to obtain. I obtained mine from Ghana. Most of the time, I think when they give you a tourist visa, it's for 3 months or 90 days after your arrival, before it expires. But I think the best way is just like I think when they have festive periods in the country, you can apply. I think that's a good moment to apply because when you're coming in a period whereby there's not too much influx of people coming in to visit the country, sometimes it makes it harder for people to analyze why is it coming, is there a purpose or something like that. But when there's, let's say, carnival, and Brazil has nice places apart from Rio and Sao Paulo, I'm yet to visit the other parts. I'm trying to set time to visit. But yeah,
Yeah.
when you apply, I want to go to Fortaleza, Maceió, and Bahia. These are the three places I want to visit first, and then maybe I will go to the Minas where they used to mine for coal and diamonds here and other places. And even the Amazon forest, they have some neighborhoods in Manaus where they sell this exotic fish and exotic food from the Red Indians that I want to try. So yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, back to the tourist visa. So I think you should apply when there is huge influx of tourism in the country, which I think occurs in the Brazilian Carnival, and there is another festive period called Festa Junina, which is I think St. John's party or something, where people dress like they're from the countryside and they eat countryside food. And this is also a locally acclaimed period where people come from outside and they visit to know the culture and everything. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's get the other question we have here. How much should a husband and wife looking to relocate to Brazil have as budget? How would you know?
I don't. It depends on your type of lifestyle and where you want to go and where you want to stay. So I would say it's better you research on where you want to live. For example, I can't say about permanent stay, but let's say if you're coming for holidays, maybe with your partner, I would recommend you go to booking.com. It's a site where you can reserve hotels, and they also offer some advices for where you should visit and stay. And they can also give you an estimate of how much it will cost. Not the actual price, but they can give you a correct estimate or an approximate estimate of how much it will cost for you to stay over that period of time. So if it's for 2 weeks, they'll let you know. And always book ahead of time, because There are some cities in Brazil that are very expensive, so the earlier the better. Then you can, based on the information you receive from that website, you can determine how it's going to look like if you want to stay there for, like, say, a month or two. But I can't really tell you the kind of budget you should have. It depends on your lifestyle and what you're looking for.
Exactly. I support you. We can't really tell you that this is the budget you should have because everything has like a level there in Brazil. You can come here and live in a favela and you'll be doing fine. You can come here and live in a high rise. You're doing fine. So it depends on your pocket. Like really, you should find out yourself here when you get here. So you can't say budget.
I agree.
So someone said, can they go to can they go through Brazil? What's the problem with this country? Why are they mentioning this Mexico? What's happening?
Like I said, it's one of those views people have. They think it's all together. Even as some people from Europe and USA also have that point of view. Like when you say you're from Latin America, like, oh, so you know Cancun, you know Acapulco Bay. I'm like, no, like it's a continent and we have a lot of countries. So um, it's not close. No, Mexico is very far. Mexico is actually closer to the USA than to Brazil. So yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Somebody said,
Uh,
"Can you show the? Can you show him?
am I sure what?
Can you show him the way to come to Brazil?"
Um, um, I don't know if it's a guy or a woman, but the way to come to Brazil is I know I don't know the current situation now. It's been a long time since I left Africa, but I know most Brazilian most countries have a good relationship with Brazil, especially I think Nigeria has a very good relationship with Brazil, Senegal too, Haiti. The reason why I'm saying this is because most of our cultures are still alive here. So they consider most of these countries as brothers and sisters. So I think if you're willing to come to the country and you provide a legit documentation, show that maybe you're coming here for the right purpose and not just to come without anything at hand, is it's easier for you, you know. Unless maybe you know someone in Africa, everything is possible. You have maybe a connection man, whatever, who can help you obtain that. But if you want to go to the right channel, I think it's easier. Maybe you could apply for a work visa or a student visa while you apply for scholarship. Very, very quick and easy compared to other countries.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Somebody's saying that you're saposexual.
What?
Someone said you're sapiosexual.
Yeah, I am. I am sapisexual. Yes, I am.
I think how much to migrate to Brazil from Ghana to come and also. I think it's the same person. Okay, I don't think we have much questions. I don't think we have much questions. Does it really get cold in Brazil? Oh, you say it to the bank.
Someone asked if it really gets cold in Brazil. It does. I don't know about Rio. I think Rio is a bit warmer than São
Very,
Paulo.
very hot.
But in São Paulo, it gets cold. We have, it doesn't get cold till it snows. It's only, I think, the southern part of Brazil that gets snow. But where I live, sometimes it gets cold till maybe 9 degrees or 8 degrees sometimes. It does get cold when it's winter. You really feel it. Like sometimes I do close the whole windows and doors, and I still feel the cold air creeping and climbing my legs and stuff like that. So, yeah, it does get cold. It does get cold.
Um, please can one change from tourist visa to work visa upon arrival? Well, do you want to answer?
What What was the question? I couldn't hear you.
Please can one change the tourist visa to work visa upon arrival? Upon arrival.
Um, I think it is possible, but you would have to obtain contract a broker or a lawyer who can help you with that. I don't have the specifics on how that works, but I know there is conditions whereby you can change your tourist visa to work visa, but like you would have to provide very too many documents, and it's a process. So I don't have any information on that, but I know with a lawyer you can obtain that kind of you know al- alteration.
All right, Mr. Kobe, thank you very much. It's been a very wonderful life. Did you have
Yeah.
fun?
What?
Did you have fun? Can you hear me?
I do. Yeah, I can hear, but your voice is a bit
Or did
low.
you have
I did have. Yes, I did have fun. It's nice. Like I said, this is my first time going on live. I haven't done this before. But it's nice getting to know people and just talking about my experiences and knowing that it might be of help to someone or maybe answer someone's doubts is really, really nice. It's a nice feeling. I did have fun. Maybe who knows, we might do this on the regular. Maybe when I come to Rio, we might have a live session with me, you, and you there.
all right?
I'm thinking of going back to Rio. It's been a long time I've been there. The last time I was there was in 2017, and it was for work. Yeah,
You need to come. You need to come. You need to come with the family. Come, 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 come.
I will. I will. I will. I will be there. And I'm just waiting to know when I can start traveling again with the baby and the wife and everything. But sure, I will come to Rio and I will visit you in your own neighborhood
Right, all right. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Mr. Kobe. Thank you for the
anytime.
you. So we end
Anytime.
so that everyone can go and rest. I think it's already 10 p.m. in Nigeria or in Africa. So thank you
Yes.
very much. You are blessed and loved, and we are very grateful for you. Thank you.
Anytime, man. You guys stay safe and always stay prayed up. And you also take care. And I see the work you're doing and helping other people. And on behalf of people who are watching you, thank you very much for the good job and stay safe.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too. Bye bye.